maybe attempt to move more drugs as a result.
A stark warning from our southern border. Agents are seeing a massive influx of drugs flowing into the U.S. from Mexico. Debbie Nadler lost her son Brett to a drug overdose in 2018. He was 28 years old. She joins us now with her message for President Biden. Debbie, thanks for being here. I'm sad to talk to you under these circumstances, but what you have to say is so important.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I
was going to say, if you were to talk to the president, what would you want him to know?
I would want him to know that he's not thinking about all our children. It is complete negligence that this is being allowed. Our children are going to be poisoned by drugs that are going to be pouring through the borders. I mean, we've already had an influx of heroin, and now we've got drugs coming in, fentanyl coming in, that's being shipped from China into Mexico. They've even have scientists, Chinese scientists, making the fentanyl in Mexico to get over to the border. It's gotten to the point now where it's being cut into every street drug. Kids who aren't even substance users, who want to go out and have fun and take a pill that they think is Xanax or an ecstasy pill, have no clue that there's a 1 in 3 chance that that pill will contain fentanyl. And fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. It's the saying, one pill can kill. And it's even more negligent that the public is not being informed on what is going on. We are seeing kids age 12 and up taking one pill and losing their life.
It's devastating. And I know that your son Brett had been battling a drug addiction for 8 years before he overdosed. I know that, you said that he came to you crying for help, that you didn't have a clue what he was going through, that he was a straight A student. Can you tell me about how sometimes this happens to those that you least expect it to?
It could be anything. My son had a trauma. He had a traumatic experience. And instead of coming to me, he self-medicated. And that turned into addiction to opiates, oxycodone he started with. And I had no clue. Like I said, he was a straight A student. I would have never suspected it, ever. He spoke 3 languages, had a heart of gold, funny, lots of friends.
Yeah.
And had I known back then what I know now, I would have probably seen the signs better. And that's exactly what myself, and a lot of grieving family members are trying to do right now. I started a 501c3. It's called Drug Epidemic Awareness Walk Across America. And I just started it mainly to help the grieving family members. But people don't understand the domino effect, the ripple effect that it has on family members. It's not just the moms and the dads, the grandparents, the cousins, the siblings. I started seeing, after I lost Brett, I had been planning an event, so I had already reached out to a lot of the community members who were involved with the epidemic. And because of that, it kept me going, because I was doing something to help others. It really kept me 6 feet above the ground, trying to help others.
And I know that your group, walks to make mental health and drug education mandatory in all schools. You guys really try to create awareness. And if you take a look at some numbers before we go here, the DEA drug seizures in the El Paso division, you'll see that in 2021 fiscal year, that started October of 2020, that fiscal year, and that amount is already equaling the amount of all of 2020 fiscal year that was seized. So this is obviously an important message to get across. The awareness that you and others are doing is very important. If people have questions and want to reach you, is there any way that they can?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook site. It's called Drug Epidemic Awareness Walk Across America.
Okay.
And then that is our main group. And then we have one in every state from Alabama to Wyoming.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook site. It's the initials, www.deawaa.com.
Okay, perfect.
Right now we're doing a national campaign. We're driving across the country
Yes.
with a trailer wrapped with all our loved ones' faces.
Well, it is so
just
important.
to wake up America.
And I know that your son, Brett, would want you to create this awareness so no other family has to go through what you've gone through. Debbie, thank you very much for joining us and sharing that story.